Okay guys, welcome back to the Vita Nova Ranch. It's me, Casey, and my friend Hudson here, my boy, my favorite cowboy. We just got back from picking up two bales of alfalfa hay. They weigh probably about 800 pounds a piece, I would say. So we got about 1,600 pounds of hay to unload and play on. I think what we're going to try to do, since I don't have any heavy equipment or anything special like that, there's always a way to get the work done. So today, I am going to try to basically, we're going to use some trees, we're going to use some chains, we're going to use some trucks, and we're going to use a Jeep and a little bit of muscle. So that being said, let's get started. I'm going to go get some chains, I'm going to lay them out, and then I'll explain what my thought is for the next steps. Okay, so the next step to this process of unloading this 1,600 pounds of hay into my barn is I'm going to get some chains. I'm going to lay them out. My goal is to lay them out between, let's see, that tree and, see my side of my house, that tree. So my goal is, if I get enough chains, stretch them across the two trees, then I'll show you what we're going to do with them to make this work. So right now I just got to gather up some chains. I do recommend wearing gloves. The chains can get really dirty and they can make your hands really rough. Of course, I've been working on the farm for a few years, so I've pretty calloused up, unfortunately. But yeah, wear gloves or don't, whatever you prefer. And Hudson and I, we're going to start getting our chains on. Say hi. Hi. Okay, guys. So here are some of the chains that we're going to use. These are really heavy, so maybe just one at a time, a couple at a time. But I'm just going to slowly get multiple chains and drag them out. So let's get started. So we got our chains laid out. We have enough to go from one tree to the other. Now I'm just going to get my truck and I'm going to back it close to where I'm needing it in the barn. So that's step 2. So we got the chains hooked up one tree to the other. It's going in between one bale at a time. When I pull the truck forward, it will hopefully just slide the bale right off into the ground, and then we'll go for there. So we got step 2, hook up the chains, get them a little good position. Step 3, drive forward, hope it drops off. Let's go. Okay guys, so it didn't come off quite where I wanted it, but it did come off. So our chains were a little longer than I thought, but hey, we got it off the trailer a little bit in front of where we're trying to get it to, which is in the barn. So step 3 is a success. Now we just got to push the hay into the barn. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the next step is I am using the trailer and just backing the trailer into the hay to push it into the garage. Okay guys, so let me show you what we've done. So we have successfully pulled the hay off the trailer with our chains, undid the chains to get them out of the way. Now we've backed our hay into our barn most of the way. So the only thing left to do is I'm going to use the Jeep, and I've been putting a horse blanket down on the hay just to keep the Jeep from getting scratched up. But it does pretty good since it doesn't really have like a push bar on it. I just want to kind of keep my daughter's Jeep from getting scratched because she'll kill me. But heck, she may even kill me when she sees what I've been doing with it. So let me bring you guys over here and you guys can see our next adventure. Okay, here we are. So the next part is, like I said, we're just going to use my daughter's Jeep, push it in. I am going to use a horse blanket over the end that I push against, just to kind of keep the hay from scratching up her car. But as you can see, and I know that there is a tractor in there, but it doesn't work. It is running. It is officially back and running, but we've got to get some wheels and tires fixed on it. So that's why we're kind of doing this the way that we're doing it. But eventually we'll have her going again. And until then, here's what we're doing for now. So just hang tight, and step number, what are we on, 5? Yeah, let's take step 5, pushing it into, oh, Hudson says I'm on step 4. So pushing it into the barn and putting it where it needs to go. Thank you, buddy.
And that tractor, for right now, I'm climbing on it.
Yeah, he likes to climb on it. Okay, and just like that, where there is a will, there is a way. And so our hay is officially in the barn. We just have a little sweeping to do, but we do have one more to get. So hopefully the second one goes just as smoothly as our first one did. Let's see. Okay guys, so we are on to the second bell to get it off. Now the first time when I had my camera set and we slid it off, I didn't think to where it was going to slide. It ended up being farther, so I think it was out of the camera angle. So this time I'm going to try to get the camera to videotape the actual taking off the hay off of the trailer, so you can see how well this works. So we're just going to do it again. Okay guys, so step 1. Backing up the trailer to the barn, which we have done. I try to get it, you know, as straight as possible. A lot of times when the hay comes off, it will not be as straight, but that's okay. We can show you how to straighten that out in a second. So step 1 is done. We've got all backed up, ready to go. Step 2, I'm just going to hook up the chains to the front of the hay, and then when I pull forward, the hay will slide off, and voila, if everything goes as planned. So let's just get it done. Let's go. What are we waiting for? Yeah. You good? Okay. I'm getting Hudson in a safe position in case anything goes wrong. He is not anywhere near. So kids, babies, animals, all out of the way. We got our chains hooked up. I try to get it as tight as possible so it'll be as close to where you're planning on it coming off as it can. But anyway, so chains are good. Everybody's out of the way, safe and sound. So let's pull it forward. Okay guys, and that is how you get it off of the trailer. So yay, and then I used the trailer, backed it up. There's going to be a lot of pressure on the chains, so just make sure that you push it back so the chains will drop and you can undo them. I do want to show you guys one little thing real quick. Okay, so before I got started, I was about 1 chain too short than where I normally unload. So I did find another chain, but the chain did not have a hook at the end, any kind of a link. And so we had to kind of just make our own concoction. So I actually used a Master Lock Brinks lock to put these two together, and it held. And that's why everybody was out of the way and safely far away in case this didn't, but it did. It held perfectly. So sometimes you just gotta kind of fake it until you make it. When you live 30-40 minutes away from the closest hardware store, sometimes you're just gonna have to figure things out, and that is what we are really good at here at the Vita Nova Ranch. So yeah, that was that. So let's just keep on, and I'm gonna unhook the chains, get them out of the way, and get this hay pushed into the barn. Okay guys, so I'm kind of out of breath. All them chains are really heavy. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to work on getting this bale of hay into this barn, and we're going to use this Jeep. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I am going to just kind of push the tip of the hay over because it's a little off. If I was to just push it in, it would hit the side of the wall and probably take my whole garage down. So we're just going to kind of push the tip to straighten out where we want, come around, and then push it all the way in, and hopefully we will do it flawlessly. So here we go. Let's see. Okay, well, the hay is in the barn. We got it done. So I feel like everything went really flawlessly today. Pushing the hay into the barn, it was a little crooked a few times. So you just kind of have to maneuver it. Use the corners of your vehicle and hit the corners of your hay to kind of push it and tilt it until you get it straight and then push it in. But other than that, it went really, really good. I'm really happy with how today went. Couldn't ask for anything better. We got the hay in the barn. Everything is done, and I'll give you all a look-see at our beautiful hay that we have. Let's see. And there you have it, guys. 2 800-pound bales of alfalfa unloaded off the trailer and put into the barn. I did this with no crazy expensive equipment, and I did it all by myself. So if I can do it, you can do it. Today, all we used to do this was a truck, a trailer, about 5 chains, and 2 trees. And this is kind of a good example of my vision for the Vita Nova Ranch. I want to show you guys that it can be done on a low income and by yourself. Nobody has an excuse to not follow their dreams. If you want to live in the country, you want to have animals, do it. Don't let it stop you. If I, as a single mom, can do it, again, anybody can. And I am going to show you how. So thank you today for following along, watching my video. Give me a like, give me a share, and tell me if you have any other ideas that you want to see, and be ready for my next video because I'm going to start giving you guys so many ideas of how to get this stuff done.